going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having an awesome weekend so far. Another beautiful green day for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. That's right. We are above $11,300 at the time of making this video. You can see we had a pump. We put in a sideways consolidation, another pump, another sideways consolidation, and the question is, are we looking to put in a third bullish formation? In yesterday's video, I didn't even move these lines actually from yesterday. We perfectly hit the end and had another breakout. So could we actually be looking for another continuation? Well, I did have a minor warning in yesterday's video. If you missed it, I will recap some of the critical levels that Bitcoin absolutely needs to close above in order to maintain bullish, but not going to take anything away from these past couple days. It still was a wonderful day for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I do want to discuss one thing today, which is the fact that we do have miner outflows. These are Bitcoin miners sending a very large amount of Bitcoin to the exchanges. So the question is, are they looking to sell at these prices? Are they looking to dump it? Well, I actually do have a bit of a theory about that. We will talk about that. I want to discuss how Bitcoin is actually acting very similar to mid-2016, just before the incredible pump. I want to talk about high net worth individuals who might actually be somewhat responsible for all of the Bitcoin accumulation we've seen recently. They may know something we don't. And of course, I would like to talk about the Trump administration looking to basically go forward with the $1.8 trillion stimulus proposal. So what does that have as far as an effect on the Bitcoin price as well? If all of that sounds good to you, you know what to do. If you are not subscribed, definitely consider it. Drop a comment for a Ledger Nano S. And without further ado, let's hop into the video. Now, having a look right here, we did have basically a bullish pennant. We had a pump, another bullish pennant, and I mean, are we actually putting in another one as well? We will have to see. I mean, having a look over here, you will notice that we did close perfectly at the top of the resistance for the CME futures, so there's going to be a gap come Monday. Now, do we even care about these gaps anymore? I mean, we never closed the gap all the way down here, you know, around $9,700. So do we need to actually close these gaps? Well, don't forget, we also do have circuit breakers where if the price tries to pump too fast on futures, it could get halted, right, at certain percentage moves. So it's definitely going to be a super interesting weekend leading into the week. I will tell you that. We are officially, no matter how you look at it, no matter how you slice and dice it, on the daily chart, we have officially broken out of this pattern. Yesterday, we were teetering on it. Today, it is confirmed. Now, well, actually, it's not confirmed. It will be confirmed if we actually close this candle out. It could turn out to be a giant fake out. We have to see what happens in the next 24 hours. But right here, you could see, I mean, whether you take it from the wick or whether you take it from the solid body candles, we have had the breakout right here. We are inside of my bullish blue zone. I've had this zone here for literally weeks. And I said, if we can close preferably above this level, I want to really see us close above 11,400 on the daily. That would be extremely bullish for Bitcoin, and we could be looking for the reversal, but this so far has been quite a breakout, and if we do close a daily candle above this, we could really be looking for those next levels, those 13,000s, even in $14,000 Bitcoin, right? Now, once again, we are being held down by the heart line of this ascending parallel channel right here. Yeah, so I mean, if we could break above that, we could potentially, we'll see some resistance around 12,000, but you could see Bitcoin all the way up to $12,700 literally in a matter of days, provided we can close above this. But the ultimate level, and this is the one, this is the big daddy, this is the monthly, and I'm taking this from wick to wick. So from the pump that we had right here last year when we capped out at 14,000 to the big pump that we had this year where we hit around 12,600, those are the two levels that I'm looking at. And if we extend it from wick to wick right here and we connect this line, you can see that Bitcoin needs to get above $12,400 and close on the monthly candle to officially confirm a potential reversal, okay? Not that I don't think we have had a reversal. I do think this right here has been a nice reversal, but you know, sometimes you do see those cup and handles, so we could potentially see the price come back before having a big breakout. But either way, it doesn't matter what happens in the next month. It doesn't matter what happens in the next couple weeks, the next day. Bitcoin is trending upwards, and yeah, is now the time to buy? Well, it's been the time to buy, my friends. But having a look right here at the miners' outflows, they have increased over the past 24 hours. Should you be worried? Are they looking to dump? Well, I mean, honestly, I think that if they were going to do it, they would have already done it. They might be cashing out a little bit. I don't think that hear me out here. Why would the miners want to consciously dump the price? Okay, they make money off of Bitcoin's price. So if anything, maybe they'll do some very slow sort of, limit orders, let them get filled. I highly doubt they're going to just come in and just crash the markets. That would hurt them as much as it would hurt everybody else. So as far as freaking out over this, look, prices are up. They want to cash out. That's why they mine Bitcoin. They literally mine Bitcoin for profit. Now's the time for profit. So this isn't really that unusual. What I do think is a better chart to be looking at right now is the number of non-zero addresses just hit an all-time high of 31.6 million. Absolutely skyrocketing recently. You can see from right here, it's just been a nice, consistent uptrend. We did have a crazy peak right here, obviously. That was at the end of 2017. But we are now sitting higher than even the amount of addresses that we had in 2017. So this to me is another bullish indicator, but of course everybody is most excited about Donald Trump's recent tweet saying negotiations are moving along, go big. Everybody's excited. Money is about to fall from the sky, right? Well, inevitably Bitcoin will of course reap some of the benefits from this as well. Some of those could be, here's three potentials. Number one, government and central bank spending around the world in response to the virus-induced slowdown in the eyes of many will inevitably result in inflation and therefore be positive for Bitcoin, of course, right? Dollar index goes down, Bitcoin goes up. That's basically how it's been, given the current correlation between Bitcoin and equities, and that some investors are treating Bitcoin like it's a tech stock. Anything that boosts equities will probably have a trickle effect on Bitcoin, but also one fact is that stimulus paychecks will be given to individual investors, and they might be looking to, or just individuals in general, right? And some of them are going to put that money into Bitcoin. And if you don't think they're going to, we showed, I don't have the chart pulled up right now, but I showed you the chart for Coinbase purchases for Bitcoin for the exact dollar amount of the stimulus check. The stimulus check was like $1,200, right? And you were seeing Bitcoin purchases for exactly $1,200, like 44% up on the day or something. It was some crazy number. So yeah, and they are, by the way, they are talking about this this break right here as well. We literally have broken this trend, right? So that is something we need to talk about. But outside of that, let's discuss whale investors that are scooping up Bitcoin in huge amounts. According to Willy Woo, the crypto strategist, he says this is a very bullish sign for Bitcoin, a bullish development. In fact, he calls Square's recent purchase of Bitcoin and MicroStrategy's purchase just the tip of the iceberg. We had 4,709 from over at Square, 38,250 over at MicroStrategy. He says investors have reduced the speculative stockpile of Bitcoin on exchanges by about 250,000 Bitcoin, worth about $2.76 billion. Just think about that number. It's likely much of this newly purchased Bitcoin is landing in the hands of high net worth individuals. Buy now, cry later, right? This is one of the few times in his Bitcoin career, he says, where the fundamentals, both on-chain and metrics from infrastructure players, are in moon mode, like we're going to the moon, yet the market is not woke to it yet. He says they will be woke by 2021. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. This is an opportunity I haven't seen since mid-2016. He says the market is not woke because price action is very laggy right now, right? It's a laggy indicator of fundamental demand and supply. Lots of people were wondering why on the day of the halving, we didn't have Bitcoin skyrocketing directly to the moon. Well, this is because price is lagging to the halving, right? Just because the supply starts getting cut in half, you still have to have the demand and the supply meet that equilibrium. But he does say that mania phase of the bull market is when everyone everyone is woke and it's too late. And right now, supply is being hoovered up. They are buying all of this OTC. And somebody actually asked me yesterday in the comments why, if all these guys are buying, we're not seeing the reflection in the price. Well, first of all, the majority is done over the counter. These deals are not reflected on the market. If you don't understand how this works, basically somebody just sells you, I don't know, like 100 Bitcoin, and I'm going to sell it to you for $10,000 or like $11,200 flat or something like that. And this is done over the counter. It's never on an exchange. It never pushes up the books. Somebody just gets cash and sells somebody else Bitcoin or USDT or whatever they're doing the trade in, right? It's not actually reflected. And the reality is if these guys were not doing it OTC, the Bitcoin books wouldn't be able to absorb all of this purchase and it would literally skyrocket the price. And these guys buying Bitcoin, they don't want to do that. They don't want to push the price up, right? Why would they want to do that? That's massive slippage. They want to accumulate at a base cost. So that's why we're not seeing the price immediately reflected, but we are seeing fundamentals. And yeah, the fundamentals are basically leading and the price is lagging, but you know, that's the thing. The time to buy is when it's boring, when it doesn't look like anything's happening, even when the price is down. Everybody tries to jump in once the price is up. You're going to see, I told you guys, when Bitcoin hits 20,000, your friends, your family, people you haven't spoke to since high school, they're all going to call you up. And yeah, you're going to just basically tell them what they're telling Goldman Sachs right now, which it might just be too late. So you better get on the train now. Goldman Sachs, along with other Wall Street giants, have been eyeing Bitcoin and cryptocurrency this year. They've already been taking some big steps in the space, but there was an announcement that a 20-year-old, not 20-year-old, he was there for 20 years, not a 20-year-old, Goldman Sachs veteran, will be joining merchant bank Galaxy Digital. So leaving Goldman Sachs, joining Galaxy Digital in early 2021. And the firm's founder and chief executive, Michael Novogratz, has warned Goldman Sachs that they're soon going to be scrambling to catch up with them to buy Bitcoin, basically, because they got a head start, among everybody else. He says, I see a relatively steady drive in the space now, pointing to a flow of Goldman and Wall Street executives in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency getting into the industry. He says the macro backdrop at the moment is making the Bitcoin and crypto story very, very powerful. And finally, a little bit of an update on our Bitcoin artwork that has been sold. Block 21 has been sold at Christie's for $130,000 to an unknown buyer. Maybe it was CZ from Binance, who knows? So this is a piece of Bitcoin-themed art in a series depicting the entirety of Satoshi Nakamoto's original code. This is what it looks like right here. It's actually like a giant stone disc. The project, created by artist Ben Gentili, is one of 40 unique pieces spanning the globe, which depicts 12.3 million digits of Bitcoin's original code, hand-inscribed on massive hollow-centered discs. Block 21 alone contains 322,048 digits of hexadecimal code, some of it which are inscribed in gold. And the idea is, once everybody owns it, the code is totally decentralized. Bada bing, bada boom. You know the drill. Bitcoin is pumping. And yeah, don't get too excited though. We still have to get above that key level. But guys, great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Take the gains, have some fun. Do know though, usually what happens is once Bitcoin kind of cools off, we might see all the markets sell off a little bit once we do have that cool off. Probably going to go sideways, pull down a little bit lower. We might even retest the lower. We could even go back into the 10,000s, honestly. And then I do potentially see altcoins having a little bit of a rally again. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. But we'll see, right? Things could change. Trump could come out and, tweet something and crash everything. So that's it for me. Thank you for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. You're the reason that I do this every single day. And for all my loyal fans out there right now, if you go over to Crypto Atlas and you follow me, I'm going to give away a ledger to my 300th follower. So yeah, if you stayed this late and you made it to the end, congratulations. You may just be winning a free ledger. So cryptoatlas.io, go look for CryptoZombie and go give me a follow, guys. So thank you so much for coming back to the channel. You guys are amazing. My name is K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.